Hello, and welcome to Top Deck. Today we are going back to do some gameplay in the Explorer format. The deck du jour is Mill. I have heard from multiple sources that Mill is not only bad, but extremely terrible in this format, so as a true man of science, I just have to see for myself. We are doing best of one ranked today since I think a lot of this deck's potential lies in catching our opponent by surprise, and that is easier to do when our opponent doesn't have access to a sideboard. So with that, let's get into the deck. In our 1-drop slot, we first have the poster child of the deck, Ruin Crab. Ruin Crab mills the opponent for 3 every time we make a land drop. It also has 3 toughness, making it a decent blocker in a pinch if needed. We also have the Merfolk Secret Keeper with the Adventure Half Venture Deeper to mill our opponent for 4 before we play Secret Keeper as a blocker. Additionally, we have Fading Hope to act as a removal and tempo play. The rest of the 1-drops is an Opt and Consider backbone to help us find our more interesting spells. In our 2-drop slot, we have Wall of Lost Thoughts, which is effectively Merfolk Secret Keeper where you pay for it and get both halves all at once. We have Maddening Cacophony, which will mill our opponent 8 cards most of the time. Don't worry too much about the kicker cost. By the time we can pay it, it's often just a more expensive mill 8 or 9 and generally not worth paying. We also have Drowned Secrets to mill our opponent for 2 every time we cast a spell. In the 3-drop slot, we have Fraying Sanity that effectively doubles all the milling we do in a turn, the only piece of graveyard hate in Ashiok, and the best card in the deck, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. While it doesn't mill in the conventional sense, it exiles cards from the top of our opponent's deck until we exile a total mana value of 20 or more. Against most opponents, this is likely about 10 to 15 cards a crack, but could be as many as 20 against a deck with a low-to-the-ground curve. We also have the spare Jace the Perfected Mind to both mitigate our opponent's ability to injure us, as well as potentially finish off our opponents with his -X ability. The last spell in the deck is Into the Story, which we can use to restock our hand in the late game. We are running 20 basic islands for a mana base, and we are also running Hall of the Storm Giants as kind of a last resort. This is definitely not the best mill list ever conceived, but it's what I had on hand. If you want to make this into a best of 3 deck, consider adding better removal or graveyard hate. Consider branching into Dimir even. I went mono blue just to keep the mana base easy. So, that's about it for the deck. If you like the content as we get going, remember to like and subscribe. So with that, let's see if the rumors about this deck's awfulness are true. This hand is Ruin Crab, but it really doesn't follow up with anything else. I'm going to mulligan it. Alright, this hand has a lot more potential. I'll put back a Consider. Opponent says hello. We will say hello to you, opponent. We will then hold up our Opt for no apparent reason, but it does look spooky. Maybe we've got Spell Pierce. But so far this isn't a good start because our opponent. What are they doing with the Mishra's Foundry? But so far they've managed to drain us for 2 life already, and we've only had 1 turn. That's not a very good rate for us. Do we need this 4th land? No, we'll draw another one by the time it's relevant. Oh, we'll just draw it here. Why not? Okay, so we will play our island, and we will slap in a Drowned Secrets. And hope our opponent doesn't get too aggressive. And we can be taking 1. That's about it. If you hear any cracking, that's... Oh, come on! You had to have Sorin! You gotta be kidding me. Alright, at least we do have something of an answer in the form of Fading Hope. But anyway, if you hear any cracking, that's my refrigerator. It just creaks like that. I don't know why it does. I'm also in a dorm room, so it's really small. Oh, good. We got 1 Vein Ripper, 2 Vein Rippers off the top. Oh, good. That's probably like the cleanest answer we ever have to Vein Ripper. Okay, so when they go to combat, I'm going to use this Fading Hope to bounce the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. We'll discard an island here. Oh shoot, I should have bounced it in response. That's fine. I don't think we are in a good spot to be winning this game anyway. Our opponent is going very aggressive very quickly. This will work out. Fizzle the trigger. And mill for 2. Alright. How do we survive the longest? I think we deploy Ruin Crab as a blocker and use Jace the Perfected Mind to blank the Nezumi Road Captain. That sounds like the best idea. So we'll start with Ruin Crab, mill for 2. Play the Island, mill for 3. Play Jace, giving up 2 life, but we will save more in the long term, I think. Blank that. Now they have to fire up Mishra's Foundry, but they can't do that and play Bloodletter at the same time. This is as close to stable as we can get, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, I do not like that that's 2 direct damage. My bones are hurting. Alright, it looks like we'll be taking another 1. Maybe they'll send it at Jace. I'm cool if you want to attack Jace. They apparently want to make the smart decision of attacking us. We will block the Mishra's Foundry and just take 1. And then they're going to uptick Sorin. Well, GG's opponent. Alright, we are trying to mill out our opponents here. Ooh, we just ripped off the best card. We just ripped the best card in our deck off the top. So we'll start things off with the Ruin Crab. Playing a lot of Orzhov decks. Elves Hive? No. I don't like that. We're gonna have to go really quickly. So we'll play Island. Mill for 6. Of course, they have Right of Oblivion. Why wouldn't they? We will mill them for 4 more. We will declare no attacks. I don't know why I clicked here. 41 cards left in our opponent's deck. They're about a third of the way done for. Forerunner of the Legion. I don't know why they did that. So we can now just mill them a bunch. So all that work they just did to put that on top, it's just gone. So I think I want to deploy a lot of blockers as quickly as possible. So we'll play Merfolk Secret Keeper. We will play Wall of Lost Thoughts. We will mill our opponent for 4 more. We have a big wall. Our opponent is at 30 cards left in the deck. That's the equivalent of us being at 10. After Tasha's Hideous Laughter, we're kind of out of gas. This might be a problem. Eaten alive. I don't like that. Crabs were providing a significant amount of mill. Don't do it. No. Well, at least they're not hitting us in the face. So I think the best play here is to run Tasha's Hideous Laughter off at him. That got us solid 9 cards. We did get a couple of Alindas and one of the Rites of Oblivion, so that's a good thing. Other than that, kind of need some more gas. 20 cards left in our opponent's deck. Our opponent thinks, plays a land. What are you up to? Probably Right of Oblivioning us. I cannot speak. Right of Oblivioning us. But at least it's out of there now. Let's play an island, and then Into the Story will help us refuel our hand. There we go, we've got some action. We're not out of this yet. They can't quite smack us yet. 19 cards left in our opponent's deck. They're going to be doubling up on the tokens. No Ruined Crab, so we will just play the island. We will then... What's the best way to do this? Think Maddening Cacophony. To get... Now we're down to 11. Tasha's Hideous Laughter should be pretty close. We got him! We milled him! Alright, kind of a slow start, but we can work with this. Let's see if our opponent scoops to mill. Hit him with the Wall of Lost Thoughts. Oh, it looks like we're up against Rakdos Vampires. I didn't even think we could play this. I thought our deck was, like, not good enough for the... for Arena to give it to us. Okay, so they're probably going to take Tasha's Hideous Laughter here. Our opponent's taking a long time for... Yep, it's such an easy pick. Come on, opponent. We'll deploy the Ruined Crab. We will play a land. Our opponent has made us sad with their last play. Okay, so we're just fueling their Virtue of Persistence. Stop doing this, opponent. Stop. Our opponent is just interacting with us, and it's making us sad. Luckily, we can redraw our hand, and we got 3 lands. Come on! Lands are good for winning games, but we need more stuff here. So we'll play an island. Hit them with the Wall of Lost Thoughts, number 2. Mill them for 4. We're just getting lands off the top. I'd much prefer to be hitting the gas. There we go. That's some of it. What is this? Massacre Girl. Lovely. Yes, please draw those cards. Our opponent's down to 27 cards in deck. Ah. Whew. I don't like that. We'll say no box. Yeah, we're thinking, opponent. Okay, so we'll start off with Consider. We will take Tasha's Hideous Laughter. We will play a Hideous Laughter. 14 cards in deck, 14 cards in exile. Can we get there? 13 cards left in our opponent's deck after they draw. This will be close. You know, this might not be vampires. This just might be... Yeah, this is just mid-range. We will not lose a third of our health here. We'll only lose 4. That is not what we needed. We need to draw gas soon, or else we're done for. Another Tasha's Hideous Laughter off the top could do it. You know, all the lands we've played, we probably would have gotten there with Ruined Crab. Well, we are blocking. Because it's kind of this turn or bust. Yep. We have a chance. That won't do it. Ah, rats. Oh well. Maybe they'll just forget to attack. They did not forget to attack. I see Ruined Crab, I play Ruined Crab, let's go. Turn 1 island, Ruined Crab, go. And of course we're coming across another Yorion deck. We've got to get through 72 cards of our opponents. That is incredibly frustrating. This is like if you, it's kind of like if you started a game of Magic with, what's a third of 27? So it's like if you started a game with like 27, 28 life. That's what we have to overcome here. I'm trying to figure out what our opponent is doing, though. So they've got Beseech the Mirror, Tithing Blade. Oh, it's a Doom Foretold deck. Gotcha. Yes, please draw 3 cards. Only time I have ever been happy to see our opponent play this card. Mill our opponent for 3. Mill them for another 4. And they are back down to a reasonable starting life total now. You know, Maddening Cacophony might be actually good in this matchup because we will get more since they've got more cards in their deck. I mean, the kicker cost, I mean, it's always good. Milling it for 8 is generally pretty good in a mill deck, in this format anyway. He says, like, as if mill is a good deck to be playing. We've learned so far that it is probably not. They just exiled my crab. I'm a little crabby about that. Do we wait on that and hope to play the kicker cost? I think we do. I think we try to play the kicker. Play it with kicker. We're pretty close to it. That was a good move because we got the... What is that one card called? Yeah, we got Rite of Oblivion out of their graveyard so they couldn't flash it back. And they are playing... Well, screw you! They are also playing a tutor. I think I do want this because we are trying to play Maddening Cacophony with kicker. But they're also playing the tutor, Beseech the Mirror, which... if you don't know, is turned off by Ashiok. Yeah, can't search. I swear I'm coherent. Oh, hello. Alright, let's cast one of these with kicker. Okay, this is gonna be close. Shieldred is a house. It's a... I don't like you. Our opponent is making us sad. You know, if this were a regular deck, we would have beaten them already. I will say no blocks this time. And hope for something. Alright, let's mill for 10, effectively. Okay, they could just flashback Rite of Oblivion. We need a miracle. We need something off the top. We need, like, opt. Like, opt or consider. Oh, they're... Yeah, I'll block here. Okay, that will buy us a little extra time. I think it buys us 1 extra turn. You gotta be kidding me. We had it. Alright. That doesn't do it. That does. Your doom has been foretold. Merfolk Secret Keeper. Go! And now... You know what? This might This might do something. We got Fraying Sanity, we got Jace. This could be something. We are playing Fitzmagic. If this is actually Ryan Fitzpatrick, that's funny. Obviously, it's probably not. But hey, Elves. A little scary. You also need a third land for this Fraying Sanity. Elvish Warmaster? Hey, look at that. They played an Elvish Warmaster. Okay, so I think I don't want them to get any I don't want them to get any free attacks, so we'll just play this wall before we play our other Drowned Secrets. Milled over some Elves. That's a good card to put in the bin. Chill, opponent, chill. Kinda need an extra land. Alright, we'll just do another setup turn and hope we don't hurt too bad. "41 cards left in our opponent's deck. Collected company. That's not good. So many elves. Block Warmaster. Take 4. Oh yeah, we are so dead. We are so dead. It's not even funny. Yeah, this does happen sometimes. I didn't include enough lands, It's possible I did not include enough lands. Do we survive this turn? Let's... Okay, so I think we bounce Warmaster now. It's fewer elves entering the battlefield. It's one less thing they can attack with. Yeah, I think I need a land here. Yeah. Holy crap, what did I just put them on? What did I just... Oh, no! Block. What's the difference? Okay, so is that 3 plus 8 is 11, 12, 13. We are not dead. We need something. That's not good. Ah, rats. Oh well. GG, opponent. Alright, we are back, and we are Millin and Chillin here in Explorer. Our opponent is considering whether or not they want to keep or mull. They've decided to keep. They've got Kira here. So that makes me think some form of a control deck. Because they probably just don't run a lot of creatures. Or they could just be some kind of strange tribal strategy. That could be. They also might just scoop to Ruin Crab. Nope, they're not. Alright, they're in Simic colors, so they're probably in some tribal strategy. Okay, so they've got elementals. They are an elemental tribal deck. Sounds good to me. We will attack with Ruin Crab to send a message. Probably the last time we're ever doing that. That's okay. Our opponent considers what they want to do. We play an island. No more lies. That's a good thing to get out. I think I want to see if they have Spell Pierce. It appears they do not. Oh, but they do run Fading Hope. That's good to know. Oh, a couple Fables off the top. That's a good thing to not give them. Yeah, the flip side of playing Mill, I mean, if your opponent is playing Mill, you get to watch your entire deck just go into the graveyard, just get flushed away. And I just imagine that is really, really sad for you. Not for me, I'm a Phoenix player. I put my deck in my graveyard. Thank you very much. Our opponent does not seem to understand what we are doing. Or they just take a very long time to consider what to do. Are they salt roping? Elemental, okay. Leyline binding. What are they choosing? Interesting choice. I don't know if that's the right one. But hey, we'll find out. Jace the Perfected Mind. Yes, we will take that. So we will play Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Get 2 more off the top. Ah, we wanted those lands to go to Tasha's. Alright, 17 cards left in their deck. 16. Okay, if we can stick this Jace, we're in a really good spot. If they play a creature, yeah, play a land, play a creature, tap out, we can Fading Hope it, we can then Jace the Perfected Mind it, and we win. Secret to winning with Mill, have your opponent do nothing. Have them use 6 mana removal on your 1 and 2 drop stuff. Alright, this is okay. Because I still don't think they have Spell Pierce. We will have them mill 15 cards, so they're not dead right off. But they are dead on their next turn. Are you gonna scoop? Oh, nope, they're just dead to Omnath's trigger. Death by Omnath. Hey, we ranked up. We are now in silver, and they said Mill was bad. We got another great curve. We've got Ruin Crab turn 1. This could be fun. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have Thoughtseize. Do they have Thoughtseize? Who knows? Do they even have lands? Is our opponent even there? Wait, it's Fitzmagic! We played this guy already! I'm trying to remember what this... Oh, this guy is... This is Rogues, right? No, I think we lost to Fitzmagic. Yeah. Blood Hustler. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so Fitzmagic is back and he's on zombies? I can't believe we ran across the same guy twice. That's hilarious. Alright, so let's use both halves of Merfolk Secret Keeper and then hold up Fading Hope for when they try to do something clever. Ooh, double Thoughtseize to the bin. That's nice. And Shieldred. But no, who is this Fitzmagic? Keep running across him. Demolition Field. Well, looks like our Hall of Storm Giants was short-lived. You know, I actually think I'll bounce this back to my hand, because then we can get more mill off of it. Into the story. I think I need a 4th land before I can get another one of those. So we lost our crab, which is unfortunate. But now we can play out 2 walls, do a bunch of milling. And our opponent will just have to sit there. Opponent is down to less than 20 cards in their deck. And that makes us very sad. We will block and block because there's no reason to not. We will play Fraying Sanity. Which will make them lose a couple more cards. They're down to 15 in deck. Any good top deck could win it for us here. Them activating their Demolition Field to hit our Hall of Storm Giants still isn't the worst thing. Okay. So, I think we block one, take the other. We'll say no attacks, and we do just need a good top deck here. Got 12 cards left in deck. Maddening Cacophony wins it here. Put that card on top. I will block. Alright, we are still alive. Blocker has been found. Actually, no, we've won. Because the Fraying Sanity will trigger. They're out of cards in their deck. We get the revenge on Fitzmagic. Hey, how you doing? Alright, we're back and we have not the greatest hand in the world, but something worth trying. Fraying Sanity will make this much better. We will mill our opponent for 4 off Venture Deeper. Looks like we are just... Oh, Grixis control. Okay. Sounds alright to me. Why did you have to have Thoughtseize, opponent? Why? Why? You could have just kept that to yourself. At least our hand is, it's not full of, generically good cards, so... So, what would I take if I were Thoughtseizing here? I might take Into the Story. And then might take Fraying Sanity. I don't think Maddening Cacophony was the right thing to take. I just don't. Because, yeah, it is like, unless they're worried about getting kicker, but it's like, no, we're not getting to the kicker cost. Ooh, milled over a Nicol Bolas. And a Shieldred. Good things to slap into the grave. Love that. But who's still running Corpse Appraiser? That's funny. Actually, they probably might. Would you stop with that? Stop it! See, now that was a good pick. And now they take Into the Story, probably. Into the Story would be the better choice. Okay, or they take the removal spell. Fine. But our hand has just been decimated. And it wasn't all that great to begin with. So that's lovely. And now we could just be pinged to death by a Deep Cavern Bat. How lovely. This is going south like Sherman. Yeah, we're pretty done for. At least we will mill them for 1 with off Fraying Sanity. You're falling into our trap now, opponents. Yeah, take that. Oh, they are running Graveyard Trespasser. That makes a little more sense. Alright. Putting more stuff into their bin. Jeez, oh Pete, they've just got so many rare cards in their deck. It's like rarecard.deck. Meanwhile, we're just over here with okay, first 2 cards I clicked on were both rares. That doesn't help my case, but still. Yeah. Our opponent just has like Avengers level threats on every part of their deck, and we're just over here throwing out walls and merfolk. The duality of man. Alright, are you gonna tick down? Oh, you're just going to... I don't understand what you're doing. I'm out of cards. You are only hurting yourself. Oh, you're trying to get to the ultimate. That would make sense. We will ruin you with this crab. And then, yeah. We'll punch Lily, because we need to send a message. It didn't even do the attack animation, because we had zero power. That's disappointing. What is this? You should at least let it smack into it. Like if you attack your opponent, it goes boink. It doesn't do anything. Our opponent might kill themselves off their own castle. They are still under half health here. It will be interesting to see how they pick their piles. He's more Nicol Boli. Alright, since it's not going to let us do anything, we'll just end. So our opponent's down to 20 cards in deck. First thing they're going to do is ultimate their Lily, and then we're going to figure out what we want to do. I think we will really want to keep Fraying Sanity. Because Fraying Sanity seems to be the way out of this. If we can keep Drowned Secrets and Fraying Sanity, that's probably the way to go. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Because if they give us non-land permanents versus... Okay. So these two things we want to keep versus lands. As I was saying, like non-land permanents versus lands, I think we actually want to keep this pile because... Or do we? This is... I think our opponent did a pretty nice job with the piles. Okay, I'm going to inform our opponent that... Thinking. We do have more Fraying Sanities in the deck. You know, I think we... Ooh, I think we're going to have to keep the lands because that's going to be the only way out of this. Because we can't give up... We can't, if they put the Ruin Crab over here, I would have taken this pile because that would have been a way out. So... Oh wait, no, back. Choose this one. Sacrifice pile 2, yes. So we do need to keep our lands. And our opponent isn't exactly pressuring us on the life race. And they're just going to keep... They might draw themselves to death. Who knows? Okay, Maddening Cacophony. If they have the counterspell, they have the counterspell. Nothing else we can do. They're gonna let it happen. Interesting. No, I will not attack with Crab to send message. Okay, our opponent's down to 10 cards in deck. So as it stands, we actually have them dead on board if nothing else changes, because they have to hit us 17 times with this bat. They have to draw 11 times to be dead. So right now the onus is not on us to speed up the clock. The onus is on our opponent to do something interesting. And every time we get like a land or something, it speeds it up even more. They do have Restless Reef. I think I let this first one go. Mill yourself. Be aggressive. Kind of wanted all of those. We'll say you can do that. Okay, let's try Into the Story. So we got nothing better to do. Because they would have just held up a counter magic in perpetuity. So we will have to start blocking this Restless Reef. Nine cards in deck. Our opponent is taking a long time to figure out what they're going to do. You know, if they lose, it's going to be really sad for them because we had a Liliana ultimate happen, and we're not dead. Sacrifice a creature. I think this time I want to use this. I get rid of this one, because if we rip a land off, that's 3 more. It's a third of our opponent's deck. Even more than that now. 3/8, that's, oh, it's like 37.5%. Okay. Ruin Crab number 2. We have additional protection. Opponent's down to 7 cards left in their deck. A land here is pretty much lethal. So just in case we get a land off the top, I'm going to not block. If they have a removal spell here, we're pretty screwed, but I think they would have used it already. Yeah, they don't have it, so if we get a land, it's pretty good for us, because then we can block on our next turn. If they do have the removal spell, well played, opponent. Ah. Let's hope they don't have any more counter magic. What are you thinking about, opponent? I will pay. Oh, we got him! We got him! Good game, opponent. No attacks. Holy crap, we survived a Liliana ultimate. Hey, at this point, you're probably wondering what happens if this deck runs across an aggro deck. Well, here's a quick summary. If our opponent is just a mono-red deck that goes wide, I'm going to be sad. I am sad. Welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. It was a great time. So a couple quick thoughts as we head out here. Overall, went 14-10 with the deck, which equates to a 58% win rate, which is significantly better than I was expecting. So going back to the scientific question we posed at the beginning, is Mill bad? Maybe. That's the best answer I can give you is maybe. Because even though we went 14-10, we weren't really playing any of the tiered decks. We didn't run across like a Malia combo. We didn't run across Phoenix. We didn't run across Mono Green Stomping. We were playing mostly just homebrews and one guy who was actually finishing the tutorial, which was kind of funny. That being said, we started in Bronze 4 and ended in Silver 3, so it is possible to get through the earlier ranks with this deck. So if you're stuck down in the lower Bronze ranks, consider picking this up. I mean, you could have a lot of fun. A lot of the time, your opponent won't know what to do against this because you're winning on an entirely different axis of the game than they're used to. Well, that's all I've got to say about this deck. I hope you really enjoyed it, and since we like to shout out other creators on this channel, you probably noticed that we have music on this channel. If you like music and magic videos, check out MTG Remy. He's got a bunch of parody videos where he takes like a popular song and turns it into something related to magic. It's a good time. Go check him out. Well, that's about it for me. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Other than that, see you around.